There's only one beer left. Rappers screaming no on our ears like we're deaf. Sorry, I had to say that. That song was stuck in my head and I've been rapping it all day. Yeah, I haven't made a video about it, but maybe I'll do it tomorrow. What's up, y'all? It's your boy Goody Drew. You probably are wondering why I look like a fucking hippie right now. And I guess it's because maybe I am a hippie. Maybe I'm embracing the hippiness of myself, the hippiness, the hippiness of myself. But I don't know. I kind of like my style. I'm starting, trying to grow, finding out who I am. Today I want to talk about. Wait, what the fuck was I going to talk about? Oh yeah, today I want to talk about basically the hater mindset, which is very hypocritical of me to talk about because I have the hater mindset. Heck, everyone has the hater mindset. But there's a specific type of hater mindset I'm going to talk about, the one that I don't encourage, the one I don't like, one that I'm actually a hater of myself, is the hater mindset where you're willing to take actions into something just because you hate it. I think that's kind of fucking disgusting. I'll give you an example, right? Let's say you're someone that really fucking hates Mr. Beast, which actually that's very bad to say because like Mr. Beast doesn't look so good right now. You hate him so much that you're probably willing to, like, I don't know, make fun of Mr. Beast fans, maybe make them feel bad. Basically what I'm talking about is basically every Twitter user you see. And I don't really like it because I feel like I see content where some people hate other content. It's like they're a hater of certain types of things so much that it's like they want to spread the word of it. Now, I did this myself in my whole TikTok is trash video. That was a fucking joke. That was a huge joke. I wanna say that was a joke. Let's all say that from now on we hate TikTok, alright? That's a joke. But then there's some people that probably do the same thing. Guys, from now on, let's say we all hate TikTok, and if you do not hate TikTok like I do, then I'm gonna kick you out. Actually, I don't want to be your friend anymore. Actually, I think you should go kill yourself, etc., etc., etc. I talked about this before. There's a really good trend that represents this whole thing that disgusts me. There's a trend on TikTok itself, hence the whole fucking hate TikTok, called Kill All Men, where a bunch of like little girls were so hateful of dudes that they just want to kill anybody with a wiener between their crotch. And it was fucking disgusting. They drove like one guy to kill himself. I don't know if that was just like a bunch of fake tea or if it was real, but I saw like a little short about it and it fucking pissed me off. And this is the kind of shit I'm talking about. Like, give me a minute. Hey. This motherfucker is so horny for attention and he keeps leaving the room, so I'm locking him here. Don't worry, baby. It's okay, alright? It's okay. Anyway, as I was saying... What the fuck? Alright, whatever. That guy's fucking horny. Anyway, you can leave. I'm kidding. Anyway, as I was, what the fuck was I saying? But yeah, not trying to distract you, but that's... I'm gonna go back to the whole thing. I love being a hater. Hell, it's fun being a hater, and I'm a hypocrite because I do the same thing. There's times where I'm so mad that I want to fucking take action, but I try not to do that, which is why I like to differentiate myself. Which even doing so is still very hypocritical of me, because at the same time, I am one. But the reason I call myself real is because I feel like I recognize every once in a while that I can be fake, which is what I like to differentiate. Real people are people that know they are fake. The realest people are the people that are fake and they admit they're fake. That, in my opinion, is what makes someone real. You know what makes the realest friends? Not the friends that always have your back. The friends that always don't have your back. The friends that don't have your back, but they admit it. The friends that like you have fights with. The friends that, probably are bullying you, but then they recognize it and they move on from their actions. And that kind of sounds a little toxic, but that's not what I mean. That's not what I mean. My whole point is that I feel like people that are usually the realest with you are people that can be fake. Because it's just normal. It's a part of, like, being a human being, an animal, actually, to make fucking mistakes. So, a really good example of this is that Rick and Morty episode. What was it? With, like, I think it was called Total Recall. I'm not sure if that was the episode. But it was where, like, there was a bunch of characters in their house, like, with, like, Where's Waldo? It was, like, Where's Waldo? And it was parasites that kept creating these false memories of these characters being in their life their entire being there their entire lives, but they all were fake. And how do you tell which characters were parasites? If the characters made you feel happy. If you had no bad memories of the characters, therefore, they're fake. And that makes a lot of sense. I think this is the same in the real world. The people that are the fakest are the ones that probably seem too good to be true, which actually I have really good experience of this. I had a really good friend of mine, it's been a friend of mine for many years, that turned out to be fake because of the same fucking thing. And I don't know. That's just what I'm saying. I mean, like, it's all good now. Everything's changed, but you know, like, things happen, and that's kind of like my whole point of this video. It's not really. I'm getting sidetracked, but like, that's what brings me back to this other thing where I feel like I wouldn't call myself a hypocrite of the situation because of that. And I guess I'm getting like too much into defending myself rather than staying on topic, which I feel a little bad about. So I'll go back on topic, and I'll get back to there later. And as I was saying before about the whole hater mindset, I'm going to call it the mob mindset. Now, I don't really just hate it when you hate on something and want to take action. I hate it when you want to take action, especially when you don't know the context. And that's basically just every fan out there. There's many people that would probably hear one person or certain fandom is bad and they hate on that fandom. A really good example of this are the Swifties. If I name Taylor Swift, what is the first thing that comes to your mind? I bet you almost everyone here, anyone that's watching, which is like literally no one, but if I go in a room full of 100 people and say, I like Taylor Swift, I get bullied to death. Because it's a toxic fandom. That's what we all are knowing of, right? So as a result, what would we assume? Taylor Swift is trash. If we listen to Taylor Swift and probably compare it to other like songs that are very poetic, such as Nas or Eminem, we'd say those are better. Which, you know what, as much as I'd agree with that, it doesn't give us the right to say Taylor Swift is trash. Because we could take that shit out of context. By listening to something that we don't understand and giving that opinion on it, it can create rumors. I think that's kind of how something like this bad happens. Now, I don't know the whole Taylor Swift fandom, so I can't give my opinion on this. This is just, I don't know. I'm actually getting this from my, like, sister as well, but I don't know. That's just what I'm saying, and I feel like it's a really good example of this whole mob mentality, where you can hate on something and feel like you hate it so much, you feel like you have the obligation to do something about it, but you just are an outsider. You're a bystander watching this as it's like happening. It's like watching a fight, not knowing what the fight is about, and putting yourself in the mindset of wanting to be a hero and do something about it. Which honestly, I'm a hypocrite of, because I do that too. But again, I like to separate myself from that, because when I do it and I see a fight in general, my first obligation isn't to stop the fight. My first obligation is to know what the fuck is going on, because context is, in my opinion, key. And if you don't know context, then you're kind of screwed. But there's some situations where, like, it doesn't really matter for context. Sometimes you just have to try to separate it because you don't know what the fuck is going on. What are you gonna do? We don't know if someone's fighting each other, but what are you gonna do? Just let them beat each other to death? You see what I mean? I'm just not gonna say that I'm the hero in that situation and say who's bad, who's good. I'm just gonna say, yo, what the fuck is going on? Explain this, etc., etc. Actually, I probably wouldn't do that in the first place, because if I were watching a fight happen in real life, I'd probably just call the cops instead, because I can't stop a fucking fight. Look at me with my noodle-ass arms. Like, what the fuck do you expect me to do? That's off topic, but still, it all brings me to my point where I don't like this mentality where when we see something that we hate, we assume where the hatred's coming from, and as a result, we want to make our own decisions about it. We want to make a step about that decision. I like to call it this protagonist hero mindset, which I also have, so I guess I'm a hypocrite of, but I still feel good because I feel like at least I recognize that I can be a hypocrite of it. But still, I don't know, it's the same thing, and I feel like that's this mindset I don't really like. I think I talked about this is why I really hated the character Jason in Stranger Things Season 4, because he didn't know shit. But he acted like he knew everything. He'd see one thing after another, and instead of trying to understand everything, he'd put it together and expect what was going on was what the first thing he thought of. And then he started beating the shit out of everyone, only based off of the information he saw. just the first information. And I fucking hate that mindset, because you're not doing anything, you're just looking at things based off of what you see. So you know I really hate it, especially when like I'm scrolling on TikTok or whatever, and then I see people talking about, I fucking hate this group of people, I hate men so much, anyone that's a man, go kill yourself, hang yourself right now. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Like, you can't tell me what the fuck I can or what the fuck I can't do. That's just my opinion on it. So if you're ever someone and you feel like you hate a group of people so much, just don't assume what is happening. Don't be so disgusted to, like, you know, try to, like, make people feel bad for being a part of that group. Be your fucking self. Like, goddamn, do some fucking research. I don't know. But again, I'm a hypocrite of that, because I also see this because of what I assume. Who am I to say do your fucking research when I see this and I think, oh, these guys aren't doing research, but I don't know the situation. I didn't do research. So again, I'm going to say this is only based off of my observation. So I guess in a way, I am also a hypocrite. So guilty as charged. But I don't know. I just hate it when I do understand situations. There are definitely situations I don't understand, but it reminds me of them and I get pissed off about. But I don't understand it, so I'm not going to say it's my obligation to say that you should or shouldn't. That's just my opinion. But in situations I do fully understand, where I feel like I'm actually, like, a fandom of something, and then people put down my own fandom that I'm a part of, like the whole thing with Undertale. I'm a huge Undertale fanboy. It's crazy, and I hate it when I feel put down about the whole thing. You know what I mean? Then yeah. And I don't know, that's a really bad example. So my whole point of this video is just try not to, you know, put yourself where you understand everything, especially when you don't. And when you hate something, try to be as aware as you can. And know that you're just never, almost never, it's impossible to be fully aware of something. Which is why I'm always like, I could be wrong. I don't know. But again, I could be wrong, just like I was saying. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Goody Drew out. Peace.